VAMUN prides itself on offering some of the most interesting, fast-paced, and immersive crisis experiences possible. Being in a crisis room can be a daunting thing, but with a few tips and tricks up your sleeve, you'll be able to navigate your way through community just fine.
The best way to understand how to be a great delegate is to put yourself in the shoes of a crisis team. Crisis staffers often seek to exploit weaknesses in a note, so specify every detail in an important directive and try to think of possible loopholes before sending any request. If you need to be covert, outline how you're going to be secretive. Your goal in committee should be to further your own agenda while simultaneously furthering the committee's cause.
In the same line of thinking, crisis will throw you updates that you think you can solve. Try to think outside of the box when it comes to these actions. Odds are that if you are in a historical committee and you attempt to do something that's been done in real life, this will fail as crisis is looking for something fresh and something new. Examples of thinking outside the box can range from suspending traditional rules of debate for a special session or changing the outcome of events by personal directive. In a crisis committee, the power rests in your hands.
Much success in crisis committees rests on long-term strategy. Crisis rooms are receptive to attempts to build a coherent, solid narrative that drives the committee forward. They may thwart disconnected attempts to score points against an opponent, but they will often even help you build long-term plans that are more resilient to the ever-changing tides of crisis committees. Create circles of information and seek alliances with other delegates that will help you in the long run. Use notes to attempt to gain information and apply it with personal and committee-wide directives.
Working with crisis rooms and informing them of your long-term goals is also a great way to catch their attention and put yourself in the running for an award, although this shouldn't be your purpose. To this end, make sure you don't get caught up in subplots and small arcs, and definitely do not try to go against the main crisis arc.
New information might upset your plans, but always look for the plans of your opponents, which might also be in disarray. There are some lines you should never cross. Crisis committees excel at making monsters out of delegates, but despite an apparent chance for an easy victory, there are always costs. Ensure that you consider all the possible ramifications of a morally questionable move before making it. There are times when you would be better served turning traitor to your committee than going through with an act that will ruin your committee's crisis arc.
There really isn't a single best way to prepare for a crisis committee. Put your best foot forward and keep your mind open to new crisis updates and being active in committee and with crisis. Our goal is to give you an experience you won't forget. Thank you so much, and we both look forward to seeing you at VAMUN.